Okay, here is an example of the other mustard plant I was talking about. There's several mustard plants out here, but I wanted to introduce this one because I know its name, and I wanted to show the difference in the seed pods from the other one that we saw before with the long, narrow seed pods. This one has kind of a round shaped pod or heart-shaped pod. This is called pennycress. Some people call it like skunkweed or something. But within this pod, there's a bunch of little seeds in this pod that all have that nice mustardy taste to them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the stem just below these stems with the seed pods, and let it, put it in a bag, in a breathable bag, paper bag, and wait for the seeds to pop and drop their seeds, and I can discard the stems and all that stuff and just keep the spicy seeds, as a spice, as a natural native spice. This stuff grows in profusion in disturbed areas, so it's kind of a little bit odd, not totally odd, but I'm way down here in the coulee and you don't see many of them way down here. It's more the native or the kind of the plant ensemble that is typical of more established areas. And then it's just the oddball here that really this is more typically found up on top in areas that have slumped recently and that kind of a thing. So, but yeah, I'm gonna take the stems off. I could pull like I did with the other seeds, just pull just the seeds pods off, but then you got all that cleanup to do. You might as well just cut the stem, put the whole stem in the bag, wait for them to pop, and then shake it out and remove the stem, and you just got the seeds, and you don't got a lot of sorting to do. So I'm gonna give that method a try. Honestly, I've never even tried that method with this plant. I've just eaten a lot of the seed pods just raw as they are, but it makes sense to me. I think it'll work, so I'm going to give that an experimental shot. Okay, now some stuff is happening here. I have actually several coyotes watching me up on the hill here. I've got one here, and I've got a couple others in this way. Now they notice that I'm watching them back. They're on the move a little bit. But I saw one come down into the gully here, and this starts to get me a little bit nervous because there's a pack of them, and rather than running away, they're getting closer. I keep seeing one over in this area. There he is. Is that a pup? It is, hey? Coyote pup. Alright, so maybe I don't got anything to be nervous about after all. This is just a puppy down in here. Haha. Pretty cute. Yeah, I've seen at least 4 of them eyeballing me. Here we got A couple more puppies. So I wonder if the parent brought the puppies to look at me. That's something worth considering. Very interesting. I was once in this coulee, in this very coulee, hunted by coyotes late at night one winter evening. So I know that it's not impossible for that to happen. And the way that they hunted was one of them sat still while another one snuck up behind me. And I just had a sixth sense. I was looking at the one that was standing still in front of me, closer than coyotes should be. And then the other one was sneaking up, and I just got this sense that maybe I was being hunted. And so I looked behind me, and sure enough, there was the other one. And they stuck with me all the way out of the coulee. And it was a case of the hunter being the hunted, as a matter of fact, because I was out in the night with my bow and thinking I might do some hunting myself. And it was cold, winter, -20 or so. So it's not surprising the coyotes gave a go. But they shouldn't be putting themselves at risk right now because they've got plenty to eat. And I think what's just going on here is a bunch of puppies out at play. I'm surprised they're so close. I mean, look at this. It's amazing. Maybe there's something, I mean, the way that they're acting, it suggests to me that there's something down here that they're interested in, you know, other than me. There's something in the bush down here. Could it be such a simple a matter as that I'm acting like a real human being out here and they recognize this and they're treating me in turn like a real human being? And just being themselves? I've never been around coyotes that didn't run away like this, but of course these are pups. That's 5. I just seen the head of probably a parent going over the edge there. So yeah, I've got a coyote pack in my garden. I'm going to see if I can get a little bit closer. If I can't, I don't know, but I got to continue up because I'm just about out of time. I need to leave the coulee, unfortunately, right when this amazing thing is happening. Schedules are retarded modern schedules. I can't believe it. I'm letting it guide me away from an experience like this, but it's a medical appointment, Mahoney, so gotta get there. But this is amazing. Yeah, the pups ran into this area as I approached. I'm still being watched by 2 adults on the tops. One of them's right here. Another one is right there. I think what's going on is that their den is actually right down here, and the pups just hadn't generated quite enough awareness yet to recognize that I might be a threat. When I started to approach, then they ran to go into hiding. You know, they were afraid at that point. And but before that, I know at least one of them saw me. I mean, I had it on, I was video recording at the time, and he was sitting on his haunches staring right at me. So I know at least one of the pups observed me, but probably just saw me as any other animal out here. I didn't really think that I'm any particular threat, because really the coyotes don't have any predators out here. They are the predator. And so a human being is, in a sense, kind of an oddball out here. In that we pose a threat. And in the past we wouldn't have. We would have been more like competition and or hunting partners with these coyotes in the past. But now, presently, we are threatening to them because we've gone insane. And some of our membership, some of the human membership, are happy to kill coyotes, and they're very fearful of coyotes. And in fact, you know, in just that situation, even myself, you know, I've been culturally inundated with so much fear of wild dog that even in that situation right there, I was, for just a brief moment, when I first saw that there were several of them out rather than just the one watching me, and that they were actually coming down low, I thought that they were adults at first, and I started to get creeped out. When really it's just a case of a bunch of pups coming out to play, and their parents are like, oh no, the pups are out playing and there's a human being there. What do we do? And so they're watching me from afar because they're scared of me because other people are insane. And the pups just aren't even fully appreciative of the human insanity yet. And so they were out playing, not really mindful of the potential danger to themselves. But yet instinct kicked in when I started approaching. Then they thought, well, better hide ourselves a little bit. It must be strange to see a bipedal animal out here. Any case, yeah, that was pretty neat. And I've got to start hiking out. We'll see if there's any other really important plants I gotta stop at on the way. But I've got about 40 minutes to get back to my house before I have to take Mahoney to her appointment. And so my time in the Cooley garden has come to an end for this morning. I am seeing lots of bones here, and I am on a series of coyote trails as I walk along. But I'm seeing lots of bones. I've seen some deer bones. I'm seeing other bones here. These are, I think, probably the remains of various coyote kills. There's another skull here. I think what we're seeing here, like this skull here and this skull here, are the same type of skull, right? And what I think they are is, I think they're house cats. I think the coyotes have taken the house cats down here and made a meal of them. And that's fine by me. In fact, that's best, because maybe the house cats strayed down here, and to hell with them. Before they go killing our birds, I'd rather see the coyotes getting the best of them. I'll just show this since I'm passing by. I'm in a chokecherry patch on the bottom here, still near the coyote den. And there's a great plant community going on right here. We've got stinging nettle, Coyotes and Blackfoot. We got burdock growing here. We've got bed straw. All of these are very useful plants for food and otherwise. We've even got, it looks like, some mint growing in here. Really useful stuff. I'm going to be revisiting this area a lot for sure, well, this whole coulee, as I begin harvesting this moon all of my foods for the year. So I will show you later how I plan to use those plants. But yeah, very useful plant community, and there's lots of them down here in the area of the coyote den. Yeah, I've been looking back, and the parents have now gone down, and I wanted to show this, that there is this very distinct trail leading down into the area where the juvenile coyotes ran. The parent, on the other hand, did not take that trail. Well, they did. Some of them that I saw coming down at first did, but then others, like just now, I saw one head out this way. But I think that's a distraction to lead me off a course, because she knew I was watching her. She went down toward the river that way, but I think she'll cut back up the ravine in the bottom and go back to wherever they have their den site. Yeah, but for me that was a very very cool experience. And now knowing that there's this family of coyotes down here, I think I'll probably next time I come out make sure to bring them an offering, and I'll probably hopefully come back very soon, maybe this weekend, maybe even this afternoon, depending on what's going on. I know I'm supposed to have some training this afternoon, but at my earliest possible, I'll come back out here and I'll sit and I'll wait to enjoy watching the puppies some more. That's quite something. Yeah, Mahoney and I are back home now and decided to come out and take a look for the pups again. Got out here and sure enough, right away they're out here.
There's 3 of them down there now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's those other 2. Trying to climb that bank. Trying to get up there with their brother, sister, whatever it might be up there. Pretty cute. I'm going to take some pictures.
found some fairy ring mushrooms up on the coulee top. And they go in a line. So if you look at the line, you'll find more along the way. And there's a whole cluster of them right here.
Yeah, just keeps going. So these are really the best mushrooms here. They're easy to pick. They're easy to dry. They dry really good and they rehydrate really good. And they're probably the best tasting mushroom that we got. So all around, like this is the #1 mushroom for our territory. You know, I know they got some. Actually, I found a morel once or twice, but for the most part, you know, this is the it. This is the good stuff, and you can pick lots of them. And they're always during this time of year, Misamssootaa, the long rains, you can find lots and lots and lots of fairy ring mushrooms. Look at it, she's already got a big handful.
Mushrooms for my burger tonight.
Yeah, we'll have fairy ring mushrooms with our burgers, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're having
a little bit of butter and some garlic.
It's gonna be elk burger and fairy ring mushroom night. And I'm gonna try something with the elk burger. I'm gonna experiment and become the inventor of honey glazed elk burger.